Note to self, don't get drunk. It's actually a lot harder doing my job when I'm, like, slightly alcoholic. Slightly alcoholic. Well, it's a lot harder doing my job when I'm slightly drunk. It's a lot easier, when in multiplayer when I can be silly. But if I have to hold the... I already have a hard enough time keeping, like, a consistent train of thought during these things. There's too many things going on. And my mind has a tendency to wander. If you pardon the pun? But, you know, I tend to think about other stuff. Especially the later it gets at night. Because I start thinking about, like, writing, for example. Because ideally I'd like to write a book someday. And the problem is, like, the more I play in a day, the more media I consume, the more I want to write. And it's actually, I wouldn't exactly say a bit of a problem. But it's definitely... Can I just... Okay, I can just charge straight at this thing. But, you know, the more media I consume in a given day, the more, like, ideas I get. And then, of course, I don't really get the opportunity to write, because then I've been playing for too long. Because I've been... I'll go back going for today 8 hours. And so, like, I start thinking about other stuff. And it's rough. And it's especially worse when I'm drunk, because, you know, I actually have to, like, consciously try and stay on topic. Which is why I try and stay on, like, more ranty topics, if that makes sense. So, for example, the Telltale thing is kind of easy to talk about for a while. Buy yourself a really nice leather-bound, reliable journal and put everything you think of into it. I have that. It's called Google Docs. I like the idea of, like, writing in journals, but I've never been particularly good about it. I started doing it with D&D, but I type so much faster than I write. And there's the floral coral. But, you know, I'm really good at typing, comparatively. You know, I might not be perfect at it, but it's kind of one of those where I grew up on the computer. Which actually was a bit of a problem when it came to, stupidly... Okay, so you can just gather resources on the horse. That's awesome. You don't even have to go through the long mining animation. I love that. I guess I should be on the horse more often. Yeah, I guess all I have to do is just stay on the horse and everything gets easier. Okay. Because, yeah, I can just walk up to this and just mash the A button. Because there's no special animations for it. Neat. Okay, I wanted to try going to the Mangle Grove. Well, bye, horse. You were helpful. And I go. Because I wanted to see if I could go back to the Mangle Grove and maybe get access to the original, like, Couple of Kingdoms. I think it was the Mangle Grove. Yeah, it was the woodcutter's hut. Can I get this fixed? Or is it still down? It's still down. That sucks. I'm just gonna continue wandering around for tonight. Physicality does a certain something for how you remember things. Also ensures easily recoverable, should you die. Well, I don't think I have to worry too much about if I die. And if I do die, I don't think my journal of, like, poorly written story notes... Oh. The people who live up on Mount Panglai have a deep connection to the ruined kingdom of Dundersill, and are hostile to Heliodor. But it's such a foolish stance to take. Heliodor is the mightiest kingdom of all of Erdrea. Why would anyone choose to make us their enemy? Oh, interesting. That's a neat little bit of lore. Okay, well, let's zoom back to Word of Lore. Might as well get the might as well turn in that quest, get the whip book at the very least. I might see if I can make some more whips. Who knows? Oh, right. That's the other thing I've forgotten to do. Eric. I was wondering why you only had one boomerang. Okay, there we go. But yeah, we might be going out to Trader Joe's tomorrow, which is across the street from my a Barnes & Noble. Wouldn't be a bad idea to. The main problem is, like, with writing, I'm very scatterbrained on what I want to write. Because effectively I want to write, like, 10 different stories. They're all kind of slightly similar, slightly different. Okay, anyway, hand over the floral coral. Is that? It is, a floral coral. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. At last, I'll be able to go home and get back to work. And this might even keep me and my wife's good books for a while, too. Things shouldn't be like this, though, should they? My wife shouldn't have to hold me ransom just to get my attention. Look, thank you for all your help. I'm sure it was far from easy getting that coral. Please, take this. You deserve it. Make a whip-roaring success of yourself. Okay, so we can make beastly bullwhips. Do you know what? I think I've learned a valuable lesson. Work is important, but nothing is more important than family. I believe I didn't realize that before. Thank goodness we came here, eh? I probably would never realized how much I needed to change my ways otherwise. But yeah, so I might actually sit down and grab a journal while we're out tomorrow. Because yeah, I've got all these like notebooks, but they're tiny, which makes them hard to read and write in. Yeah, where would that island be? It might be the tiny island. We could double check it. Worst comes to worst, fight a couple mobs and realize I'm in the wrong spot. Silent protagonist who spawns an epiphany in a troubled man. Yeah, kinda. I'm betting the pirates are gonna be here. Let's hope they are. If they're not, it's gonna be elsewhere. I don't know. These pirates? Hello, pirates. Nope, no pirate. I mean, they might be, like, up here somewhere. I guess there's some resources to grab. More of the nudie mages. Unless they're, of course, up in that locked section, at which point it's kind of pointless. No, it's that guy up there. Come to take our precious pepper, have ye? Har har. The only thing you'll be leaving here with is black eye lad. Let's hope I don't get my face wrecked by these guys. Large group. Oh well, I believe in my automated AI. I'm not taking that much damage though. A little scary. It's not so bad. It'll hurt. That'll hurt a lot. Yeah, if we can take out the merry men, this won't be so bad. Kind of also depends on... Okay, I'm actually gonna set everybody to follow orders. Okay, spells. Sylvando. Oh, is this Sylvando? Oh, no, this is Eric. Well, Eric should keep attacking, and it looks like the merry men are actually getting pretty injured here. We don't have any items, do we? And she's been squelched, so we're just gonna have her defend for a bit. Because effectively, Tunks has got to pull double duty healer for a little bit. It's gonna be a bit tough because he's the worst one. Hey, why aren't they using magic? Because we got squelched. Which is rough. Ow! Well, it's a good thing he still has those healing items. I can heal that much, but it's better than nothing. Heal Savando, heal Eric. Okay. Now he's still down. Abilities. What do we got? Hot Lick. Do the Fuddle Dance. See if I can mess with him a little bit. Because confusing them might make them kind of turn on each other. Okay, yep, that's exactly what we needed. MP's restored, but she still can't cast anything. That's tough. Because yeah, losing my healer like this is not a good feeling. But yeah, if we can... Okay, there goes one of the merry men. This will be easier. Alright, now we can heal Sylvando up. Yeah, there we go. I remember the characters' names. Luckily, abilities are not triggered as far as muting goes. Well, let's keep doing Fuddle Dance. Confused a lot of them. I was kind of hoping they'd attack each other, but yeah, too confused to know what to do? Yeah. Let me see. Man, what was even the topic I was trying to stick on? Oh yeah, the journals. I mean, I don't know. It's been said. We've still got plenty. Do I do a bang? Let's do a bang. Let's see. Okay, so he can cast spells now. Not really much of reason to, at least for a bit. Let's keep hitting those merry men. If we can take them out, this gets easier. Because Robin Hood on his own ain't so bad. Especially when Serena can fight. We could probably even turn it on auto at this point. Let's switch Veronica in for Sylvando. Especially because she's got that kind of adorable kitty cat outfit. Okay, there we go. This will get easier. And Veronica actually does quite a lot of damage. That's good. Okay. But yeah, I've actually had like a bunch of different journals over the years. I just like, I fill them with garbage and I keep restarting. I think that's always been the problem. Like, I would love to have a journal, but I think I need to have a consistent idea first that I actually stick to. And until then, it feels like if I pick up any kind of physical journal to write in, it's just going to be a waste of, hey, there they go. It feels like it'll be a little bit of a waste of a book and stuff. And there's the Pekka Proper Pepper. Cause yeah, I don't know. My problem is like I actually have a couple of like books that I wrote-ish. I wrote like a couple hundred pages for one or two of them. And I just straight up like they were bad. I think the problem is like it's one of those where I probably should commit a little bit better to the ideas that I've written, but it's also one of those where it's like you also kind of have to know when to quit because your idea was bad to begin with. And I'm like still in kind of that halfway point of like I'm still learning how to write well. Oh, we're here. We're out on this coastline, which is good actually. Let's hit up the campsite while we're here. We knew how to camp earlier, but I don't think we knew, like, really how to camp. But that's okay. But yeah, I don't know. I'd really like to learn how to commit to... Oh. Let's grab the horse. Of course. I'd really love to learn how to commit to one story or another. But I think part of it is also I have to be very satisfied with, like, my writing caliber, I think, before I get there. Especially because I'm not trying to turn this into like a commercial success. I think I'd be a lot more... Oh, there's the Sham Hat Witches. They're so cute. I won't murder them this time. But like, if I was actually trying to turn writing into some kind of employment, I think I would care more. But because writing is probably just going to continue being my, like, mild hobby project whenever I'm, you know, done streaming every day. Well, not currently. I haven't actually written in a while. Typing on my laptop's been tough. And I haven't been able to, you know, sit down and write very well. On my laptop just because it hurts my wrist. I did find out, and I don't think I'm going to do it this time around, but I did find out that my, or not my, Google Docs actually has an incredibly good, what's it called? Voice to text. Not text to speech, but like dictation. That's the word I'm looking for. It is a really solid dictation. Let's see. Supposedly there's something in one of these rooms that I missed. Yep, there it is. Who are you, weird demon? Okay, Old Holy Knight. Templar's uniforms. Cool. Hey, New Mizaku. Welcome. Fortunately, I'm not going to be able to go too long tonight, as my voice is starting to go a little bit. And also, drunk streaming is tough. Okay, so now that we're done with that, let's magic zoom. Yeah, I'm mostly just trying to unlock locations at this point, because we have many. So we don't want the coast of Velor. Emerald Coast. Yeah, probably that. Because I don't actually feel like going back up to Erdrea or whatever. Or not Erdrea, I guess it was Heliodor Castle. Because I could warp there. Now, I'm hoping to play some more of this. This and, Valkyria Chronicles. I'm actually kind of surprised how many people were down to watch Valkyria Chronicles tonight, but I am down with that, because it was fun. I don't know, both games are good. I just always try and play the games that, like, Twitch is actually going to enjoy. That's a hard thing to predict, by the way. Like, what is going to do well versus what is not. Okay, doesn't look like we got a port there. Oh, so we just get attacked by stuff on the... Oh, I remember these guys. So many monsters from the Monster series. I really hope they actually make a Dragon Warrior Monsters game on, you know, on modern platforms. Because I would totally play the hell out of a new monster, Dragon Warrior Monsters game. If, like, one became available. So what is up with this? I'm gonna go check it out. It's probably a bad idea. Okay, doesn't do anything right now. Well, that's simple enough. And it looks like we're pretty much landlocked unless I take that one section up. Might be able to do that, but let's just wait. Let's see. But yeah, so I was looking into dictation stuff. And there are a couple that, like, you can pay a couple $100 and they actually work really well, and you have to, like, train them to understand voice and whatnot. And, like, then I was just like, yeah, but I don't really feel like paying a couple $100. You know, I bought a netbook just so I could write on it. What about, like, just seeing, you know, maybe there's, like, a Google Docs version. And so I was just having a conversation with Shell, and just hit the record button to see what it would do. And pretty much it was, like, 99% accuracy. Like, obviously it doesn't get punctuation. And there were a couple of, like, alternate words that I was confused by, but it was nearly perfect. It was nuts. So I might actually just sit back and just write a book by reading it at some point. But yeah, someday hopefully we will get a solid Dragon Quest Monsters game. And when that day comes, I will be very happy. Until then, maybe what I'll do at some point is just go back to some of the old really good Monster Collection games from my childhood. I really liked Digimon World 1, and I really liked Dragon Warrior Monsters. I think there was also like an Atlas game, I don't remember the name of it, that was pretty good. I'd have to, like, hunt it down. That effectively a friend was like, hey, yeah, you can borrow whatever games that you want from me, and so I just borrowed this, like, really cool monster collection game where you, like, had to convince monsters to join you by, like, talking to them or something, which it wasn't Persona, but it was, like, before Persona was a thing, on the Game Boy. That's all I know about it. I think I had this conversation a while back when I was playing Persona or something. I don't know. I remembered it at the time, but I've forgotten again, because it was such a weird title. But yeah, so effectively I visited my friend who was across the street, and he was like, yeah, you can just borrow whatever you want. Just don't overwrite my save file. And so I just borrowed it. And one day he realized I still had it, and he was like, I never told you you could take that, and I'd already beaten the game, so I just gave it back to him. But it was just like, what? No, you totally... What? I was very confused. Oh, whoopsie. Well, whatever. Did you know, traveler, that these fields were once part of a great kingdom? Zwardrust, they called it. In its heyday, its grandeur equaled that of Heliodor, or Gallipolis. That is until one night, an enormous swarm of monsters raised the entire nation to the ground. All that remains are ruins. Its former glory is but a distant memory. But some remnants yet linger. The souls of those who were slain on that fateful night are still bound to this place by the weight of their grief. Twisted by their fury, the monsters who destroyed their homeland, and by their frustration of being unable to protect it, they become monsters themselves, dead knots. When night falls, they rise from their graves and prowl the ruins of Zwardust, to atone for their failure and to assuage their wrath. They attack any whom they encounter on sight. Traveler, whose friends were once my kinfolk, I cannot bear to see them suffer so. Will you help end their torment and allow them to rest in peace at last? Okay, I should probably read this. Blonde-haired companion is skilled in the art of curative magic, is she not? Oh, okay. Care prayer for their eternal souls before defeating them, so they'll surely find peace at last. Okay, so either it's a pet move or it's a spell of hers. I probably should have paid more attention to that. Unfortunately, kind of... dialogue is zoning me out a little bit. Too much, Where's the... Oh, wait, that guy probably is the priest, maybe. I don't know, whatever. Hopefully I can just warp back to this place. I guess we can always just rest at the inn. Can I just go in the door? Because, yeah, I'm not actually sure what qualifies warp points. Maybe you just have to go in them. Okay, it is a pet move. Ah. Let's save. Let's keep going for a little bit longer. Like probably within the next 10 minutes. That reminds me, I might have forgotten to record part of Valkyria earlier. I hate it when I do that. I effectively looked over and I was just like, oh no! The recording button's not running. Why not? So that's the jump button. There we go. What else do we have around here? Runes. Dundrasil region. Comb the world for news of the Rainbow's whereabouts. Well, that's helpful. Man, seeing these poison swamps reminds me of Dragon Quest 2? It was 2. 2 was the one that I tried. Dragon Quest 2 was the first Dragon Quest I ever played, because we picked up 1 and 2 for the Game Boy. It was like a combo game, which was awesome. I've beaten 1. I've never beaten 2. Because I remember, I think it was like one of the places where you recruit, like, I think it was the female character or something like that. In the game, you'd recruit her, but it was in like a poison bog. And it always like wrecked my characters, so I could never do it. Someday I will go back to that. Like, if I ever, when my channel actually hits like a more comfortable location, I think in a lot of ways. And, oh, this one's just locked. when I'm more comfortable and I don't have as much to do, I would love to go back and do series on all the old series that like I never well, the old games that I grew up with when I was a kid. Dragon Quest 1, Dragon Quest 1, 2, Digimon World 1. I wouldn't mind playing actually through the World games in general. Unfortunately, there's so many Digimon games at this point, it'd be hard to get through because they're kind of long. I still got to go back and finish Hacker's Memory because that was a long game. Let's see. Yeah, the Dragon Quest Monsters game. Probably 1 and 2. I never really liked Joker. They obviously looked better, but their mechanics weren't as in-depth. Maybe that's just me. Octagonia. Alright, let's head that direction. But you know, it never felt like the mechanics of the Joker series was in-depth. I think it was because you were more limited in what monsters you could use, and like, for some reason it was like the idea of like, being part of an evil organization didn't make any sense to me. Still doesn't. I really understand the plot, and I beat Joker 1? I don't actually know which, I don't actually know which one of those I beat. What else was there? I know, Bird and I, a long time ago, were doing Bird, Shell, and I were doing, like, a run on Phantasy Star. But we were running into some problems. Because there was, like, it was Phantasy Star Online on a private server, and it actually worked out pretty well. I'd love to look into if I could, like, set it up to host one of those myself just as a goof. Because it'd be kind of fun to, like, just get a bunch of fans together on, like, you know, a couple of, like... I'm not going to say legacy MMOs, but, you know, games that have been defunct for ages. Like, my frat, when I was in college, had more or less put together their own Ragnarok Online server, which is really cool. I'd never played it before, and I honestly, at the time, I was too busy to do so. But some part of me actually wishes I had actually sat down and been like, yeah, let's play Ragnarok Online, see why people liked it so much. Though I guess with only like 5-10 people playing it on the server, I don't think you get quite the same experience. But the idea of it is still kind of inviting, even if, you know, wouldn't be the same. Can we go in here, or are they going to stop me? I hope they don't. Looks like it can go in. Oh, I might actually... This might be where I'm supposed to go. Also, this is really cool looking. It's like an... inside a giant fortress thing. Oh, with like an arena. Cool.
Octagonia. Home of muscular brutes beating the bejesus out of each other. I've always wanted to visit.
Oh, great. They're fans of Hendrik, huh? I hate this place already.
Hey there, handsome. Y'all here to take part in the tournament? You sure oughta. The masked martial arts meet is where all the biggest fighters make their names.
What's it say? Show the world what you've got in the greatest fighting contest anywhere in Erdrea. Awesome prizes available.
A tournament, eh? I thought she was going to invite you to a boring old dance or something. I wonder what the masks are for.
What's that at the bottom? All bouts to be held in the rooftop arena. I suppose that must be on top of the big building over there.
Okay, so if I want to get to the weapons and armor, I gotta go down the floor. Let's go check the weapons shop, see if there's a, like, which is better. The stuff I found in the previous city or this stuff? Because I'm gonna be doing some grinding. But I figure I might as well kind of aim for the best stuff I can grab. The answer is largely exactly the same stuff. Well, that's convenient. What if it scales based on plot progress? I'd love it if that was the case. I hate games where it's just like you're trying to hunt down which town has the best stuff and it's just like, wah. I'd rather I'd rather even either have a game that where you only make your gear, or all of the shops are just kind of scaled based on leveling and you don't have to worry about it too much. Oh, I see, I can just save here. Perfect! Alright, I'm losing my voice. I'll see you guys tomorrow. This game is fun. Obviously.